But this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And it's caused by the fact that despite Americans having an unprecedented and successful vaccination program, despite the fact that for almost 5 months, free vaccines have been available in 80,000 locations, we still have over 70 million Americans who have failed to get a single shot.
President Biden on Monday got his COVID-19 booster shot. He had gotten his first and second dose after the election and before around the time of his inauguration, but the FDA and the CDC all signed off in the last couple of weeks on booster shots for Americans 65 years old and older. And obviously President Biden falls into that category. So he got his shot on Monday and did it on camera to try and, send the message that this was a safe thing to do and that Americans who are eligible for these shots should get them to sort of boost their immunity. So it's just sort of the latest step the president's taking to sort of get the public to get vaccinated and hopefully get the pandemic back under control. Sort of the big thing that the Biden administration has started to focus on in recent weeks is essentially encouraging vaccine mandates for businesses in particular. The president is going to visit Chicago on Wednesday to talk about vaccine mandates for businesses. On top of that, the White House told the Department of Labor to issue a rule that would essentially require businesses of a certain size to mandate vaccines. They've mandated vaccines for federal employees. So in the last few weeks, we've really seen the White House sort of take a more aggressive approach with the Delta variant and obviously the winter coming up. They've taken a more aggressive approach to, essentially telling people, they need to get the vaccine in a lot of cases. And, they're hoping that will get the number of vaccinated Americans up high enough that there won't be any kind of huge surge in the winter and hopefully limit the spread of any new variants. It seems like maybe the country's turning a corner on the Delta variant. So we'll see if they take more steps in the next few weeks. But we've seen, especially in the last month or so, Biden's poll numbers, especially in national polls, have sort of taken a steady dip to the point that he's in the lower mid 40%, which is, higher than where President Trump was at the same time in his presidency, but obviously still a pretty substantial drop from when Biden was above 50% in most of these polls to begin with. So, the White House has sort of shrugged off any concern about it. They've argued that, a lot of Americans are still concerned about the pandemic and are worried about that. So that's sort of the main driver that they've seen. And I also think that the White House feels like if they can get these sort of big economic agenda items passed through Congress in the next couple of weeks, that they'll see a benefit from that politically. So the White House so far hasn't really expressed a lot of concern about these poll numbers, but certainly I think other Democrats, especially Democrats in like swing districts in the House, are keeping an eye on these polls and definitely sort of monitoring them with a bit of concern about what this might mean for them in the midterms next year.